My name is Chiara Littlechild. I work at an office in New York. This is a refreshing story that made me realize so there really is a god of toilets. I know what you're thinking. What the frick, Chiara? Just listen, though, please. Molly, good morning.
Oh, it's just you, Chiara.
What's with the just honey? That's a bit harsh. Yeah, she is our colleague after all.
Both of you don't deserve to waste my smile. Such a waste of time, too.
Oh, it's Mr. Sebastian.
Hello, Mr. Sebastian.
Good morning.
You're looking hot and sharp as always.
I do. Thank you.
Mr. Sebastian, would you care to join me for lunch on Saturday?
I'm sorry, I have a previous engagement on Saturday.
Aw, too bad. Well, then I hope you can join me next weekend.
Ah, yes, if and when I'm free.
He's not gonna go out with Molly. He's interacting with her in the most professional way possible.
Well, it must be pretty hard to land the likes of Mr. Sebastian. You're really trying to seduce him openly, but I'm impressed with him. People left and right call Molly attractive, and she is popular with the guys too. She just thinks she can land any guy she wants.
But Mr. Sebastian is on another level of being a guy.
I know, right? Graduated summa cum laude from Yale, and he's a nephew of the CEO.
Not to mention he's handsome as a movie actor.
It's really like he came straight out of a 2D story, huh?
For real. I wonder what good luck you had to get in a previous life to be reincarnated into someone like that.
I wonder that too. I feel like he has a girlfriend of divine beauty.
I know, like a lady who gone to private schools from the beginning.
For real, with those looks, it's hard for his commoners to approach him though.
Damn, for sure. Meanwhile, in the bathroom. Oh no, the bathroom's being cleaned.
Oh, were you going to use it? I'm sorry, miss.
Oh, come now. These things happen all the time.
No, they do not. Do the freaking cleaning when we've all gone home.
I'm sorry. I'll finish up quickly.
Hey, the floor's all wet. That's disgusting.
I've had it with all your complaining since this morning. It's because she's cleaning her bathroom so well that we can work feeling refreshed and motivated.
The hell?
Working a job like cleaning the toilets is for slaves who can't do any real work. This trash job is for human trash to do. Molly, the hell do you think you're saying? There are things you can say and things you can't.
I'm only telling the truth. I'm never gonna do a disgusting job like that.
I'm really sorry. That must have been hard to bear. I'll give her a good scolding later on today.
I don't mind one bit, dear.
This bathroom, it's always so spotless once the cleaning's done. Always a real pro.
Why, thank you. There are some things to it.
I'm very rough, so on the rare occasion I do clean, I never pay attention and it's never clean, if you know what I mean. Shame, isn't it?
Cleaning does require skill, yes. But it also requires good tools. This sponge really makes everything so clean, see?
No kidding. Damn, magic sponge.
If you want it, you must have it, dear.
What? I don't want to impose. Such a sponge, it definitely costs some.
Considering it my thanks for appreciating my cleaning, try it out at home.
Oh, hell yeah! Thank you so much.
Those who work and clean toilets make Jack a handsome lad. Remember that.
I see. So that's why you're so beautiful, Mama.
You'll get more beautiful in due time, you'll see.
Mama!
Oh, hello, dear.
Thank you for the sponge. I used it on my bathroom at home yesterday, and it's still sparkling.
So you really used it. I'm so happy.
My bathroom's spotless, and see, I look prettier today, don't I?
You do. You got really, really cute, honey.
Oh yes, this is for you.
All I did was give you a small sponge, honey.
There is also something small. Don't worry about it. Please, take it.
Oh, how thoughtful. Thank you, dear.
Mama, you look similar to my own mother in the countryside.
I do?
Yep, so I kinda got this nostalgic feeling. Sorry for bothering you during your work.
Oh, don't apologize, dear. You made my entire month. I only have men in my house, so it's nice to feel like I have my own daughter.
Well then, I declare you to be my mother here, in Boston.
To think I got myself a daughter without going through all the belly pain. I'm so lucky and so blessed. Hey, Olsen twins, shut the hell up over there.
Oh, you were here, Molly?
Duh, even office workers use the bathroom, you know. And also, Chihara, you shouldn't get acquainted with human trash like her.
You frickin' bitch, I've had it with you.
What's the use of getting excited when you're just a toilet cleaner? I'm so pissed.
As she said these words, Molly kicked the bucket full of water that was nearby. Mama's clothes and mine were drenched, and that's when I frickin' lost control. Oh, you've really done it now! And after Mama cleaned everything so well for us.
It's not my fault the bucket was here, in a place it shouldn't be. And also, the hell is Mama? So funny! She's just an old lady.
Are you alright, Mama? Your clothes are so soggy.
I'm fine, honey.
Oh, good Lord, please, use this towel here.
More to the point, your suit is also ruined.
Oh, pish posh, this suit is cheap. I don't mind at all.
If only the cleaner was a young, handsome guy and not some random grandmother, it would be okay.
Molly decided to do her dirty business later. Why in the world would that bitch think a cleaning job is like a threat to her existence? I can't frickin' believe her. My anger against Molly couldn't be controlled any longer.
Miss Chiara, do you have a minute?
What? Mr. Sebastian? What can I do for you? Who would have come to talk but Mr. Sebastian himself? My anger for Molly disappeared instantly. It's not because of Mr. Sebastian being so handsome, but rather because when he starts to talk with female office workers, it's more like he's about to lecture them.
Do you have some time after work today?
I do. Huh? What? What is it? Did I make a mistake in my work? I'll redeem it with overtime work, I promise. Just please don't fire me.
How about dinner together?
What? You aren't gonna lecture me? Oh, you're gonna lecture me as we eat?
Why must I lecture you, Miss Chiara? Rest assured, all I want is to enjoy a meal with you.
In that case, I thankfully accept.
Well then, let's meet at 6 o'clock in front of the building.
Of course. A meal together with the Mr. Sebastian, who looks a hot 2D character and he's so hard to land? There ain't no way. What did I do in a previous life to get this kind of karma? Or is it because of the clean bathroom of mine? Mama, you're an angel from heaven. Chiara, what did Mr. Sebastian say to you? Honestly, he asked me out to dinner. For real? What the hell? What's gonna happen to you? I always thought it was gonna be a doozy of a lecturing session, but he assured me that he just wants to have dinner. Yo, look at you, living the romantic life like a maid in a castle with a gorgeous master. Maybe he actually liked you in secret. I know that ain't true.
Miss Chiara, sorry to have kept you waiting. My work took a little longer than I thought.
Whoa, so brilliant! A handsome lad walking in all smiles in my direction. What did I do to deserve this? I haven't been waiting long, sir. Don't worry. But rather, are you sure you can do dinner when you're so busy?
Of course! I have a reservation at a restaurant. Shall we go?
A restaurant?
My family frequently eats at a certain restaurant. I think you're gonna like it.
Wait. I don't know anything about table etiquette. Can't we go to a family joint or something?
It's alright, Miss Chiara, I'm telling you. It's just a regular kind of restaurant you see everywhere. Not to mention, it wouldn't be so attractive if a guy invites a girl out to a family joint now, would it?
His very existence reeks sexual appeal. But his choice of restaurant is also handsome. I'm a treasure today's experience until my dying breath. Whoa, now that restaurant looks a little expensive. What a wonderful place! Oh God, I'm getting nervous.
Ah, there she is. Sorry we're late.
As he says so, he waves his hand with his gaze in the direction of a distant table. Could someone be there already, waiting for him?
Oh, no worries. I just sat down.
What? Mama cleaner?
Good evening, Chiara dear.
Huh? Why would you and Mr. Sebastian…
Sorry to have startled you. My objective was to have a meal together, the three of us.
Let's discuss details as we eat, shall we?
Okay, now I'm rightly and totally lost. I had no idea what was going on, but every single dish that we had was absolutely delicious. Today's dinner was the most delicious in my entire life.
I'm glad you're so happy with tonight.
I'm so glad you like this place, Chiara dear.
Now to the main course of the night. To tell you the truth, The lady cleaning the building's bathroom is my own mother.
What? The dear mother of the Mr. Sebastian?
Dear mother doesn't sound like your kind of language, honey.
Wait. So if you're Mr. Sebastian's mother, then the CEO is...
Yup, your CEO is my younger brother.
Why is the elder sister the CEO doing the toilet cleaning?
The company that's in charge of cleaning our company's building is run by my father. Have you ever heard of Clever Clean Industries?
Have I ever heard of it? It's that large, prestigious company, right? I see lots of their commercials on TV.
Oh, so you do know it. I'm so glad. Oh, by the way, here is my card since I've never given it to you. I'd like you to take it, please, dear.
The surprise I had when I looked at that card blew everything out of the water. Huh? But Vice CEO?
My husband is the CEO, and I'm his right-hand man. Or girl in this case.
But why would a Vice CEO clean toilets herself?
You know, there are some things you never understand unless you experience it as a worker. The environment of where we clean is quite a difficult one, so it's important that we try to make it as good as possible for your company's employees.
The true idol! And so, are you cleaning the toilets of our company every day?
I am. And by the way, none of my husband's company's employees know my true identity, so I'm often watching how they work and assessing their individual prowess, kinda like an undercover investigation.
I see. It's true. No one will expect their own vice CEO to be working among them doing investigations.
And we find out lots of things other than that.
By now, it's where information about employees in the company gossip nowadays.
People can finally relax a bit in the bathroom, and so their true thoughts leak into open air.
That's true. I'm sure I let loose some mumbles to myself that say stuff like, I'm so tired, or I wonder what's for lunch today.
Right? Well, I don't tell what I hear in the bathroom to my brother, though. Girls have their own secrets to keep, so...
Now that's a relief.
But Mom once said, I'll just never forgive that brat Holly.
I mean, I can understand that.
I mean, obviously. I hate egotistical brats who discriminate jobs and those who work ones they think are for lowlifes.
A common phrase you'd say, Mom, is jobs have no dignity after all. That's why I was so surprised when I heard her story about Molly. And I got hot-headed too.
That kind of person only makes the outside look nice and doesn't clean the inside, which is the most important.
To be honest, I never knew Molly had that kind of personality. She's a different person in the bathroom, saying nasty shit like there's no tomorrow.
She probably thinks that it's all right to discriminate against cleaning workers, and that unlike her usual job, it's acceptable for her to treat everything we do and say like trash. I've seen some of my company's workers be psychologically abused to the point where they couldn't go any further. I was so angry just listening to those stories, and I couldn't forgive the perpetrators. But actually experiencing it, I truly realized how painful and depressing it really is. The experience in itself was valuable, though, I'll tell you that.
I assure you, Mama, your anger is justified. Even though she really likes Mr. Sebastian, you really screwed herself, huh?
What? Really?
Oh, can we please make that just between us? You know, I feel guilty talking about someone else's condition in their love life when they're not here.
That brat, just that stupid bitch, I refuse.
Mom, you don't have to worry about that. But I do intend to treat her as any other woman.
That's very good, dear. I'm glad. If you ever want to date someone, it should be someone like Tiara, dear, here.
Mama, what do you think you're saying? Mr. Sebastian's the most popular guy in the whole company. What with his looks and his intellect, I'm not worthy of him.
That's not true. You, dear, are a bright, honest girl after all. I want to become one of your true mothers, honestly.
Wait. Mr. Sebastian has the right to choose someone too, you know. Right, Mr. Sebastian?
If you're willing, Miss Chiara, I'd love for you to go out with me.
Oh, hush, don't tease me like that. And that's how the dinner ended. The plan we agreed on was that we return to our daily lives, keeping this whole night a secret from everyone, but...
Miss Chiara, are you free this Sunday?
Huh? I am. Is it truly a lecture this time?
Nope. I'd like to take you out to dinner.
A meal, the three of us again? I'd love that.
Not exactly. Would you be open to going out, just the two of us?
Huh?
What I said the other day, I truly meant it.
Oh, about becoming a couple?
I'm set on it, so I really hope you consider the possibility in a positive light.
Oh, of course. Hey, yo, what the hell just happened? I always thought that such a romantic turn of events as you've seen in soap operas. For an ordinary girl like me, I could only dream of such a miracle. I tried my goddamn hardest to quell my thumping heart as I went back to my office.
Come here, Chiara. What was Mr. Sebastian saying to you?
Huh? That we should go out to do dinner someday.
The frick? Why would he go out with a dirty slut like you?
Ding dong. I was gonna keep it all a secret for Molly's sake. But no, I knew my patience was no more. I'm gonna tell you this because you're so pitiful right now.
Spill it, bitch!
That lady you abused who was cleaning the toilets the other day?
Uh-huh? What about that old hag?
That woman is Mr. Sebastian's mother.
No way! There's no way on this planet that Mr. Sebastian's mom works as a slave job like that!
You probably won't believe it, but it's true.
This makes no sense! Mr. Sebastian, our CEO's nephew, goddammit! That with the cleaning grandmother would be a relative of our CEO!
I'm telling you, she's our CEO's older sister and she's also Mr. Sebastian's mother.
If you're gonna lie, try making the lie a little more believable, stupid. Oh, I know. I'll take this to Mr. Sebastian as a stupid joke. Mr. Sebastian!
What's the matter?
Miss Chiara, sir, she keeps on telling me these lies.
Lies?
That disgusting witch who cleans her bathrooms every day. Miss Chiara just told me she's her dear mother. That's so rude, isn't it? I knew it was all bullshit. So Chiara was such a terrible person, it turns out.
No. It really is my mother who's cleaning the bathrooms of the building.
What? There's no way!
Mom told me everything. Seems like you were taking really good care of her.
That's right. We are very close. Mama dear, thank you for always cleaning our bathrooms.
Oh, if it isn't you. What's wrong? You seem pale today. Do you have a fever?
A woman of your status shouldn't be working a job like this. Please stop doing that.
What's with all this nonsense? If you're going to bother me during my work, I have to ask you to leave.
I'll help you. I love to clean, you know.
Do you really? I love to clean too.
Mama dear, we seem to be a match.
I love to clean, and I also love this job.
You have pride in your job. That's just wonderful.
Indeed, in this slave job, as you called it a few times.
Did I say something like that?
I've heard all of your true thoughts, dear.
Mother dear, you know what they say, don't cry over spilled urinal water. Get it?
Such a terrible joke. You're bothering me. Get out of this bathroom.
Mr. Sebastian, your mother is so scary!
In my eyes, the person you suddenly become, all sweet and innocent before me, is much scarier.
What? What are you talking about? This is my true self, sir.
I know you do seem to like me, and I know for certain that I don't like you.
What?
More than that, I despise you. I look at you with contempt.
Why? Why would you say such terrible things? Oh, you're so cruel.
And that's what I said. Do you think I went overboard a bit?
Not at all. Now she's seducing Loneski from sales with all her might.
Ah, the son of the director.
Exactly. I really respect that he remains undeterred after all the active seductions.
Truly a man of steel.
2 years, my relationship with Mr. Sebastian went really wonderfully. And we tied the knot. Mama Cleaner became one of my real mothers. Oh, darling, you're home. Oh, welcome back.
I'm home. You came over today too, Mom?
She taught me how to clean the gas stove. Chiara's skills is prospering for sure. Mama, as my thanks for helping me with the cleaning, please dine with us tonight. You're sure? Well then, I shall have to impose. Yay!
Mom, we're newlyweds. Give us some private time together every once in a while, yeah?
Oh, come now, it's all right. I love you both so much. And we're living every day jolly well. By the way, about Molly, who's trying to marry into wealth, none of the guys she could land are taking her seriously. She went on confessing to handsome rich guys around the company, the results of which were all disastrous. So now she's become a member of an expensive marriage agency. She'd given up on marrying someone from her job, so her attitude nowadays is very arrogant, and her reputation is terrible. As Darling said, it's about time he'd start to seriously think about firing her. As for me, I'm now cleaning my bathroom every day, just as Mama taught me how. After all, I'm gonna become beautiful in appearance and in heart, to be my darling's wife that he's proud of, and Mama's favorite daughter. I'm Yuri Sugimoto. I'm 23 years old. I started working at the company I'm currently at after graduating from college, but apparently one of my bosses isn't too fond of me, so she bullies me every day. Hey Yuri, I need you to go buy some print paper. That's coming from the company's budget, right? What are you talking about? You should pay for this yourself. That's common sense, you know? Just because your parents got you in here doesn't mean you get special treatment. I can tell that your parents haven't taught you well. That's Miss Tomoko Mishima, my boss. She's 40 years old. She's right about one thing, though. My parents knew about this company and told me.
Yeah, I like that company. They're prestigious and their CEO is a really smart guy, too.
And that's why I decided to get a job here. But for some reason, she thinks I got hired because my parents knew the CEO or something, and always makes fun of me for it. Back in my day, you actually had to work hard to get hired. Well, I did as well, and it's harder to find a job nowadays since the market has become so competitive. God, I hate entitled brats like you. It's my kind of luck that I get assigned to work under her. She makes me personally pay for all the office supplies, and whenever I object, she gets really, really mad. So I can't talk back to her or anything, and I've had to work late for so many consecutive days now. I'm definitely the busiest out of all the new employees here, but when I'm trying my best to finish all of my work. Oh, you seem to be getting along pretty well. Here, would you do this for me? Thanks! She always hands me all of her work, and because of her, I'm emotionally and physically exhausted. But she justifies all this by saying, oh, she wants me to be hard on her, so you guys don't have to intervene. And so no one's willing to help me, and I couldn't ask them for help either. But the job itself wasn't too difficult, so I just tried to hang in there. But her bullying was getting worse and worse by the day. That day, I had to leave work on time. I was planning on getting dinner with my dad, who hadn't been the same since my mother died a few months ago, to cheer him up. My dad was still employed, and because I couldn't find any other day where I was free, this was the only day we could possibly grab dinner. So in the lead up to this day, I had worked extra hard and extra hours to make sure I finished all of my work before I left for the dinner. Could you handle... Done already. Huh? Already? Well then how about... That's done already as well. Could you check this and this too? I finished all the work my boss might give me in advance. My boss didn't seem too happy about this, but that was the least of my concerns. All I wanted was to cheer at my dad. But... So please take care of this by tomorrow morning. What my boss gave me were files that were supposed to be used in our meeting for next week. She probably didn't have any other job to give me, so she's making me do something that doesn't have to be done for another week. Miss Mishima, I've told you that I need to leave the office on time today, right? You're working for us. It's not right to put your personal life above work. But I finished everything that needs to be done. You still have this. But this meeting isn't going to be for another 2 weeks. Can't I just do it tomorrow? Stop complaining, you entitled brat. But I have to go home today. So please, let me do this tomorrow. I'll finish it all tomorrow, so please, let me go home for today. Then I won't grant you the paid leave you applied for. What? But that's the first anniversary of my mother's death. I need to help my family prepare the memorial service. Then you better get to it. I couldn't refuse since I really needed those days off. So sorry, Dad. I don't think I can make it tonight. I still have work I need to get done.
It's okay. You seem pretty busy, too. Good luck, though. And make sure you get some good rest. If you keep on working like me, you're gonna end up losing the people you love.
I'm so sorry. I'll try my best to get better and faster at my job. But let's grab dinner some other time.
I'll be looking forward to it.
My dad was still grieving, but he was kind enough to cheer me up. I couldn't help but cry. So there I was, alone in the office, working on a job that didn't even need to be finished today. I finally finished everything when the last train home was just about to leave. This is all for my paid leave. That was when my boss started to take advantage of me. Make sure you finish this presentation before you leave. But I'm supposed to leave the office in 30 minutes. Well, that's because you're not getting the work done quick enough, so don't expect any overtime pay. That's nonsense. Also, go get me some coffee. Not the ones from the convenience store, but the ones from my favorite cafe. But that's a whole station away. I still have so much work to get done. Well, if I don't have my coffee, I don't think I can give you your paid leave. Damn it. What a shame. I would have given you the day off if you would have just got me some coffee and finished the presentation. Fine. All right, don't take too long. It took 30 minutes for me to get to the stupid cafe, but I managed to order the drink there. I didn't think I would get compensated for it, but I saved the receipt just in case. That's when I got a message from my boss. Hey Yuri, are you still at the cafe? Yep, I just got your drink. Could you go buy me a gift voucher at the department store on your way back? What do you need a gift voucher for? I'm using it as a prize for a bingo game my clients and I are gonna play. Around $300 worth of vouchers should be fine. 300? There's no way I can get that many. Are you talking back to me? But I don't have any money on me. Then go to the bank and get some more. You're gonna pay me back, right? I thought you wanted paid leave. Well, what does that have to do with anything? So you don't care if you don't get to go to your mother's memorial service, huh? Well, what a terrible daughter. I feel so sorry for your mother. Alright, I'll get the vouchers on my way back. Alright, thanks, Brad. I ran back to the office after getting the vouchers, but my boss had already left for the day. You were too slow. Also, you can drink the coffee. I mean, you bought it with your own money, so make sure you give me the vouchers tomorrow. And I left some extra work for you on the desk. And on the desk was a mountain of files. Apparently, she went around the office asking people from other departments if they had any extra work left over. And so when all of this is finished, she's gonna get the credit for it. Is life supposed to be this hard, Dad? I had tears in my eyes as I started my computer and got to work. But I should get the paid leave now, right? But I would quickly find out that things weren't gonna go so smoothly. Hey, can I get your approval for my paid leave next week? What are you talking about? The paid leave that I've been telling you about since over a month ago? I can't give you days off when we have an important presentation with one of our top clients coming up. But that's not what you said. You said if I listened to you. I just said I would think about it. I never made any promises. No! All right, get this presentation done by tomorrow. This should be a walk in the park for you. After all, your parents got you into this company. By tomorrow? But I've been working overtime for a couple of days in a row now. So? I'm exhausted. If you're gonna act like a victim like that, you're never gonna get any paid leave. Maybe you won't be able to attend your father's funeral either. That's when I had enough. Why would you even say something like that? That's crossing the line, even for you. If you don't want that to happen, just listen to what I tell you. That's it. I'm quitting this stupid company. I grabbed my stuff from my desk and ran out the office. My boss was laughing at me hysterically, but I've had enough. There was no way the higher-ups were going to believe me even if I told them about how she has been treating me since she was my boss, so I stopped showing up to work. My boss probably told him that I had ran away or something. I was getting ready to move back to my parents' place since I had no business living in the city anymore. I haven't told my dad yet since I didn't want to worry him, but one Sunday afternoon, I made my way to the supermarket to buy some supplies. Is that Miss Mishima? Ew, I'm so drunk right now. All right, let's get some sushi for a late snack. My boss was going through the sushi section visibly drunk. Now that I think about it, she did seem to have a bit of a hangover every Monday. Thanks to that dumb brat and the vouchers, I can buy so much free food. Huh? And she even paid for supplies that we use in the office. Can you believe that? Maybe I should have kept her by my side for longer. So that voucher wasn't for her clients, but for herself? I was in shock and awe of what Miss Mishima was saying, and my anger was reaching a boiling point. She used my mother's memorial ceremony against me, and even made me buy gift vouchers for her. That's totally unacceptable. But I already quit my job at the office, so I couldn't do anything and ran back home. Dad!
Yuri? What's wrong?
I can't do this anymore! I told my dad everything that had been going on while sobbing my eyes out. I was so angry and sad that I forgot about not wanting to worry my dad. Dad, I can't work there anymore. I know you like that company, but I can't. I'm sorry.
Yuri, I didn't know. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that I couldn't help. Here, rest now.
The next day, when I entered the living room, I saw my dad calling someone with a stern expression on his face. When he finished his call, he turned to me and asked,
Good morning, Yuri. Did you get a good night's sleep?
Yeah, for the first time in a very long time. Don't you have to go to work today?
I took a day off today.
Does that have anything to do with the phone call?
Yep, it has everything to do with it. I'm not going to forgive those assholes who bullied you.
What did you do, Dad? I was surprised that my dad was able to get a day off since he was always busy. But at the same time, I was keen to find out what he had just done. And a few hours later, everything started to unfold. Out of nowhere, I got a text from my former boss. Why the hell was I fired? Huh? What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me beforehand that your father's the CEO for one of our biggest clients? I didn't know that. Yep, that's right. My father's company has been one of our biggest clients for a long time now. The CEO of our company knew about this, but I didn't tell anyone else since I didn't want them to think that I wasn't qualified to be there. Since your father issued a formal complaint to our CEO this morning, he's all pissed at me. Oh, so that's who he was calling earlier. You told him I was harassing you, didn't you? Yeah, and that's the truth. I was only trying to teach you. So it was making me buy a gift voucher for you to use part of your curriculum. What are you talking about? Oh, don't play dumb with me. What the? I saw you the other day and I couldn't help but tell my dad all about it. I kept all the receipts from when you made me buy stuff for the office, so I'll send it to the office today. Wait a minute! How much is it in total? I'll pay you directly, so please don't tell them about this. I'll make sure it gets there ASAP. No, listen to me!
Who are you texting, Yuri?
Oh, I was just texting my old boss that I told you about.
Wait, hand me your phone for a second. Hello? This is Yuri's father.
Stop lying!
I'm not. I'm actually her father.
Really?
Yep, the one you said my daughter would miss the funeral of. I heard about everything. You've been harassing my daughter for quite a while now, haven't you?
No, you got it all wrong! I was just trying to make her work harder. That was all it was.
Right now, they're checking the chat and mailing records from my daughter's computer. They haven't even looked through half of it yet, but they've already found evidence of you forcing my daughter to do your job for you.
Well, she said she wanted to, so...
Is she telling the truth?
Of course not.
Well, your audacity is truly astounding, I'll give you that. You haven't been working at the company for 20 years for nothing. It's no wonder no one can refuse your orders.
I'm so sorry about what happened. She was so good at her job that I couldn't help but give more work to her. I feel terrible about all this, so please forgive me. I don't want to quit my job, so could you please redact your complaint?
Well, if your CEO made a decision, then I'm in no position to argue against it.
No.
But I'm sure you're a very talented worker. So how about this? I can introduce you to some people who I know that may be able to offer you a job.
A new job?
As you probably know, my company is getting pretty big, and we always need more people. I promise you that you will earn much more than you used to.
But I was getting paid pretty well at my last job. The job must be very demanding if it pays so well.
Not necessarily. It's just an ordinary managerial position. It's not hard labor or anything either. But you are going to be working at a beach resort abroad, and there's a lot of single men in the office, so you'll probably be very popular there.
I'll do it. Leave it up to me, sir.
Well, I'll be looking forward to working with you then.
Dad, are you really gonna hire her? Rather than answering my question, my dad just grinned. Then he said,
Yeah, and in a place that's like heaven at that.
after a private investigation, the company found out about all of Miss Mishima's deeds, and so she was officially fired. But she already had another job lined up, so she didn't look bothered by the cold look she was getting at all. She just gathered her things and walked out the office singing. And she made her way to the beach resort where she was supposed to start working at. She was excited for this new job, but... This isn't what you promised me! Oh, hey, Miss Mishima, how's it going? You're a store manager now, right? That's a huge promotion, congrats! No, it's not! I heard that was a managerial position, but I didn't know that I was gonna be stuck working in a warehouse all day! But you're surrounded by single men who all want to shoot their shot with you, right? They don't even speak English, but somehow they managed to remember the word grandma. Oh wow, that's no good. Make sure you put on some sunscreen so you don't age any further. That's not the point! Tell your dad this. Give me a job that doesn't put me in the middle of nowhere, and where there's a lot of hot single guys. Well, my dad actually wanted me to tell you this. You should be surrounded by chimpanzees rather than actual humans. Damn it! Miss Mishima tried running away numerous times, but every time she tried, she ended up getting lost in the jungle. And now she's living amongst the local tribes who call her a witch. She does earn more than what she used to, but most of it gets taken away to pay damages to people that she harassed in the past, including me. So every month, she only receives the bare minimum of her paycheck. Besides, there's no point having money in the middle of the jungle anyway.
But I can't believe my dad actually sent my boss to the middle of nowhere like that. That's a man you don't want as your enemy.
Well, I can't be so sad all the time about your mother. I've got to protect you, at least until you get married.
Then I'll never find a husband, Dad. I want you to stay healthy for as long as possible.
You're right.
I did quit my job, but thanks to my boss, I feel like I'm ready for anything.
I guess we gotta thank her for that.
I'm gonna start looking for a new job soon. All right, here goes nothing.
My name is Miki Tazaki, a 28-year-old housewife. Today, I'd like to talk about a troubling incident that happened between my ex-husband, ex-mother-in-law, and me. I married my ex-husband, Yoshiyuki, about 3 years ago. I was 26 and he was 35 at the time. We met at work, and we eventually got married after dating for a while. His family was quite rich, and his family was the owner of MoniRobo Corporations, a very famous company. He was their CEO right now, and simply put, he had more money than he knew what to do with. Having married into such a family, everyone was jealous of me for a while, but things weren't perfect. My relationship with my mother-in-law wasn't off to a great start. My mother-in-law, Ikue, was one of those traditional conservatives that were very strict to others.
What the hell are you wearing? You're part of our family now, so don't embarrass us by wearing that thing in public.
She was very strict and aggressive towards me, but I didn't feel like fighting her, so I had no choice but to just listen to what she said. By the way, her husband passed away years ago. But anyway, every time Ikue saw me, she would ask me this.
When can I expect a grandkid? Hopefully soon, right?
That's right. She's been looking forward to us having kids. She probably does want grandkids, but I feel like she's more concerned about securing a successor for their business. So I didn't really have a choice when it came to having children. I did want a kid either way, so it's not like it was against her demands or anything. But no matter how hard we tried, I couldn't seem to get pregnant. It's not like we weren't trying, so I started to get worried around 6 months into our marriage. So I went to the hospital to get an infertility test with my husband. A few days later, I went back to the hospital to get the results. My husband had to go to work that day, so I went alone. I was kind of expecting it, but I got some bad news from my doctor. After my doctor told me everything, I was devastated. That's when I got a text from my husband. He was obviously asking about the last results, but
How was it? No matter what the results were, I want you to be honest.
I'm infertile, just as I expected.
Really?
Yep,
I knew it. I thought it was weird that you weren't getting pregnant.
yep.
So what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna try to get it treated?
Well, the doctor told me all about it, but apparently treatment might not even be possible in my case.
How much would it cost if we were to do it though?
Around $10,000, maybe more.
But that's too much.
But we could do it if we wanted to, right?
Well, we don't even know if it's gonna work, right? It's not like we know for sure that you'll be able to get pregnant after the treatment.
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean we should give up. And we have to think about your succession too.
But
Well, adoption is an option.
that's not an option. I'm getting shivers just by thinking about raising a kid that's not mine.
That's a bit harsh. Well, either way, we gotta start thinking about what we're gonna do.
Yeah, eventually. But what's the point of talking about this if we don't really have a solution?
Oh, come on, don't be like that. After that incident, my husband stopped coming home. He only came home about 3 or 4 days every week, and I rarely ever saw him. That's when, one day, my mother-in-law came to visit me at our place. My husband was away at the time, so I was alone with her. But that's when she brought this up.
God, I knew you're a failure as a wife, but I didn't know you were worse at being a woman.
She was talking about my infertility, but she continued.
I can't let you drag our name to the ground any further. You need to leave.
That's when she handed me a set of divorce documents. Wait a minute! That's something my husband and I should talk about amongst ourselves. This is none of your business! I thought that was a valid criticism, but that's when my husband came home. But he was with a girl I'd never seen before.
My bad, Miki. I got this girl pregnant, so problem solved. So leave.
And just like that, he revealed that he had been cheating on me all along without shame. And that's when my mother-in-law added,
See? You don't belong here anymore.
The girl standing next to my husband seemed proud of herself, as if she had just won a battle against me. I can't believe she's smiling through all this chaos. I didn't have the energy to argue all of these idiots, so I just accepted the divorce. But I had no intentions of going out without a fight. I requested that they pay damages to compensate me for the divorce. I was willing to go to court, but they accepted the request without putting up a fight. Well, I guess this amount of money is nothing to them. So I used that money to move somewhere far away. I found a new job and started a new life. Fortunately, I was pretty good at my job, so I was able to get a well-paying job at a pretty famous company. I even met someone at work. His name is Hiroshi, and we work at the same office. He's very good at his job, but he comes from a regular family. To be honest with you, I'm tired of rich guys. And a few years later, I noticed some things were off with my body. I need to tell you something very important. Are you gonna come home late today?
Yeah, I might be a while. What's up?
Well, I should tell you this in person, but I can't wait, so I'll just tell you now. I'm pregnant.
Really?
Yep, I even went to the doctor to make sure. So, what do you think I should do?
What do you mean? Didn't you want kids?
No, I mean I do, and we're definitely gonna have it and raise it, but I was more so asking about a relationship.
Oh, I see. But you have nothing to worry about.
So you're gonna marry me?
Well, I guess if you want to put it that way.
What? What is that supposed to mean? Don't you want to get married?
No, I do!
Then let's make things clear. You know this already, but I've had a bad experience with marriage once already, so you're making me worried.
Oh, come on, take the hint, would you? I wanted to tell you in person because I'm serious about our relationship.
What?
But I need to prepare some things. So why don't we talk about this tomorrow?
Sure. And just like that, I was pregnant, and my boyfriend was happy for me, so I was over the moon about this. And just as he promised, he proposed to me in a very romantic way. We also met each other's parents, and things were moving along well. A few months later, we got married and had a wedding, moved in together, and everything felt perfect. But one day, when I was resting at home, I got a text from my ex-husband. To be honest with you, I kinda expected him to reach out to me. He probably was confused, and someone he thought was infertile all this time suddenly got pregnant.
Hey, I heard a rumor that you got pregnant. Is it true?
How'd you know?
Well, we have a lot of mutual friends, so it's true, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
So you got treatment, huh? It seems like it worked quite well for you.
Actually, I didn't get treatment. I mean, I didn't need it in the first place.
Huh?
I wasn't infertile to begin with.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? So it was just a coincidence that you never got pregnant while we were together, huh? Why would you even lie about being infertile in the first place then?
Well, long story short, I did it because I wanted to get a divorce with you. If I told you that I was infertile, I thought you would just move on to some other girl.
Huh?
Also, I technically wasn't lying. One of us was definitely infertile. But it wasn't me, it was you.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, and you can go ask your doctor. Apparently you just don't have enough sperm in your body. So basically you have no balls.
I don't believe you. You're just making this all up because I broke up with you. Besides, I have a son now.
Well, if you'd like, I can show you the test results. But only if you dare.
Stop joking around. I don't believe you.
Yep, that's right. My ex-husband was the infertile one all along. I knew about this from the beginning, but the only reason I didn't tell him the truth is because I knew about this affair from well before we got the test results back. I already knew that I was going to get a divorce with him at that point, so I told him that I was infertile so that he would divorce me. And I just wanted to prank my cheating husband. I thought this all would be a minor inconvenience for him, but things ended up taking a much more interesting turn. If my ex-husband is infertile, that means his son isn't really his. The girl he was cheating on me with was probably sleeping with other guys too. And she thought getting with my ex-husband was the best choice she could make, since he was rich and all. What a selfish witch. I'm actually impressed with how cold and calculated she is, to be honest. And their son is supposed to be around too now. So all this time, my ex-husband was raising someone else's son as his own, hoping to make him his successor. What a joke. But my ex-husband would not stop bugging me about this, so I went over to his place and showed him the test results. This was damning evidence that proved that my ex-husband was the one that was infertile. I finally felt like I got revenge on him for treating me like crap for all those years. But that wasn't the end of the story. A few weeks later, I found out that my ex-husband was arrested. This was what happened. Shocked and enraged, my ex-husband was at a loss for what to do. He couldn't even go to his mother, who was happy to finally have a grandson. He could have gotten a DNA test to check whose son it was that he had been raising all along, but that would only make things clearer. That would prove once and for all that he had been tricked by his current wife. And being the proud and petty man that he is, he couldn't let that happen. So he gave up thinking about what to do. He just drowned himself in alcohol 24/7. That obviously worsened his relationship with his wife, and they were constantly bickering over the tiniest things. That's when it happened. He was, as always, drunk that day. His argument with his wife got pretty intense and
You whore! You lied to me!
His anger was past his boiling point, so he picked up a pair of knives from the kitchen and started swinging them around. No!
I'll never forgive you for this!
And he rushed towards her. His wife managed to run away, but she now has a massive scar on her face. My ex-husband was quickly arrested after his wife called the cops, and things just got out of hand. And mind you, this was the CEO of a famous company doing all of this. This was all over the news the next day. And so within days, he lost his reputation, wealth, and everything he valued. His company was bought out by some other big company, and his wife's scar is going to remain for the rest of her life. And she becomes so mentally unstable because of that she rarely goes outside anymore. Honestly, she deserves it. And as for my ex-mother-in-law, she was obviously shocked by what had happened. Her health deteriorated quickly following the incident, and she died a few weeks later due to heart failure. Fortunately, my ex's son is still too young to understand what's happening. He's now being raised by one of my ex's relatives. So that's the gist of what happened. It's definitely a terrible outcome for a lot of people, but I don't really feel bad for any of them. I guess they all got what they deserved. My name is Enna. I'm a 16-year-old high school freshman. I'm suffering from a speech impediment caused by partial brain damage. I stammer a lot, and it first started when I was in 3rd grade. Having changed classes, I was very nervous, and during my introduction, I just started choking on words. My name is Enna. Everyone laughed at me, and my mind just went blank. Why is this happening? Why can't I speak normally? I can't do this. Mom, help! My teacher was nice to me, though, and he took the time to comfort me. But that didn't last very long. It happened when we were studying Japanese.
Alright, open up your textbooks, everyone. Page 28. Let's have someone read this page out loud for us.
In that moment, I was scared for my life. Just like when I introduced myself, I was overwhelmed by nervousness and fear. I felt my heart pounding, but that was when...
Enna, could you read this passage for us?
Why does it have to be me? There's so many people in this class. So I opened the textbook and started reading, but... Emma's adventure... Again, all of my classmates started giggling. That's when my teacher stepped in and...
Alright, that's enough. Take a seat, Enna. And quiet down, everyone.
I was so overwhelmed by a sense of embarrassment. That's around when my friends started making fun of me.
Why can't you read normally?
Unlike you, I love reading books.
We get it. How many times are you going to repeat yourself? What a weirdo.
That's when this one boy came to my rescue. At first, I thought he was gonna make fun of me. I was about to cry when...
Cut it out, guys! Stop making fun of her!
And with those words, all of my classmates ran off. Thank you. Huh? Why can't I speak? What's going on? I wanted to tell him that I was sorry, but I couldn't seem to speak. There are 3 main types of stammering: repetition, elongation, and dysphagia. Repetition is when you repeat certain sounds of parts of a word. Elongation is when you pronounce a certain sound for much longer than necessary. And dysphagia is when you can't physically speak. These can often occur at the same time, and I had both repetition and dysphagia. This was around when I started to lose friends, and I gradually stopped interacting with others. So to not die of boredom when I was alone, books were an essential part of my life.
I'm back, Enna.
Welcome back.
You must be hungry. I'll make dinner right away. Oh, you took care of the laundry for me? Thank you so much, Enna.
Yep.
You're a lifesaver. All right, hold on a second. I'll make meatloaves for you tonight, your favorite.
My mom would come home late every day since she was out working, so I usually helped her out with the laundry. It was hard to fold the clothes neatly at first, but eventually I got used to it. My mom always seemed to be busy, so I wanted to help her out as much as I could, even as a child. So eventually I learned how to clean and even cook rice. Thanks!
How is it? I put some cheese in there today for a change.
It's amazing!
That's great. Oh yeah, isn't Parents' Day coming up at your school?
No, it's alright. You're probably busy, so...
What are you saying? Can't you speak normally? Wait, tell me you don't talk like that at school. You better cut that out right now. It's weird.
I didn't think my mother would lash out at me like that. I was shocked, and for a good while, I stopped talking altogether. I knew what my mother wouldn't be too happy if she ever saw what I was like at school. So I started skipping school and staying home. I didn't belong anywhere, and things felt miserable. I felt sick and tired every day. But one day, during math class...
Alright, does anyone know the answer to this question? Looks like no one's raising their hand. Alright then, Anna. Why don't you try?
I couldn't speak. I knew the answer, but I couldn't physically speak. The more nervous I was, the less I was able to talk. That's what my teacher said.
So which is it, Anna? Do you know the answer or do you not?
I know what the answer is, but it's just... Oh, what am I supposed to do? That's when my teacher started yelling.
That's enough! You should be able to tell me if you know the answer or not. You shouldn't ignore your teacher. Ugh, forget it.
I don't care if I got terrible grades. I just wanted to sit in class and learn in peace. A month later, Mom started to get worried about how I had stopped talking to her, and she took me to the hospital. That's when I first found out that I had a stammer.
Anna, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't notice. And I'm sorry I said those things to you. It must have been so hard for you. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Don't apologize.
Anna, you don't have to force yourself to speak. Just take it slowly. You don't have to rush the process. I'm here and I'm listening.
Okay. I started crying uncontrollably because I was so happy that my mom finally understood what I was going through.
Anna, don't cry. I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. If anything happens, I'll come to your rescue, so please.
Are you strong, Mom?
Of course I am. I would do anything for you. And I'm stronger than Goku. If anyone makes fun of you, I'll go Super Saiyan on them.
I want cream buns. I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, I bought some cream buns for you earlier. Here, I can make you an omelet and a cup of hot chocolate for you too.
I'll make the hot chocolate.
Alright, then I'll take care of the omelet.
I felt like that was the first time I talked to my mom in a while. As soon as I knew that I had my mom's support and understanding, an overwhelming sense of comfort and joy rushed through me. I was no longer afraid to talk to my mom, and I ended up growing a lot from those conversations. But my stammer never went away completely. When I got into high school, I was hoping for a fresh start, but I was yet again faced with bullies, and the worst offender was my classmate Mikio. Ever since I was in elementary school, I had the habit of spending my time reading books. That was still true, but I also looked up oil paintings after I started high school. My art teacher would give me advice, and I used my breaks to work on my paintings in the art room. But if I wasn't working on anything, I was usually in the corner of the classroom reading books, but...
Hey! What the hell are you doing here? You're reading? You must be a nerd. Did you just sigh, you freaking nerd? This is why you don't have any friends. What a weirdo. Give me that.
It all happened so quick. The next thing I knew, I was shouting at him. What are you doing? Stop!
Huh? Are you speaking an alien language or something? Where are you from? Mars?
Give me my book back!
Well, this just got a whole lot more interesting. Well, I'm going to enjoy bullying the hell out of you in the next 3 years. Isn't that right, hyena? See what I did there, hyena? 'Cause your name is Anna?
Give me back my book!
Oh, this? I'll hold on to this.
That's when Mikio pulled out some spice that someone brought to the classroom and started sprinkling all over my book. Stop, but please!
God, it's on my hand now! Damn it! I'm gonna go wash it!
And with that, Mikio ran out of the room. That was my favorite book, the one that my dad bought for me. I was so sad and frustrated that I started crying on the spot. I was more frustrated myself than I was at Mikio since I couldn't fight back. At the time, I was always in the art room, talking with my art teacher and practicing oil painting. That was my first time having a go at oil painting, but I was always into painting and drawing in general. So when I found out about oil painting, I was excited to give it a try. That's why I was usually in the art room all day. Since I wasn't in the classroom as often anymore, Mikio's bullying gradually died down. Phew, looks like I can spend my time at school peacefully again. That's what I was thinking when...
So this is where you've been all this time. You thought you could hide from me? You're painting, huh? I guess I won't cook one of your books today.
Huh? Mikio? What?
But you gotta teach me how to draw like this.
This is called oil painting. It's fun to draw. Are you interested?
Kind of. But I wouldn't draw something boring like a flower.
That's when...
I would do this! And that!
Stop!
See? It's much better now! I might be a genius painter, don't you think?
No! Why? It took me a month to draw that. Why are you doing this?
Well, I told you, because I'm a genius painter. And besides, an alien like you shouldn't be painting in the first place. You're such a dumbass.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because it feels good to bully people like you. Oh wait, you weren't a human being. You're an alien that speaks an alien language. I'm gonna have so much fun bullying you.
Then Mikio started slashing my painting with a cutter knife. I was working on that painting with my teacher for over a month, but Mikio destroyed it in a mere few seconds. Again, I was frustrated at myself for not being able to fight back, but Mikio's bullying would not stop.
You're painting something stupid again, aren't you? Look at your face. You look like a frog that's been stepped on.
Why are you here? What are you going to do this time?
Oh, come on. Cheer up. I came to visit you. Don't worry. I'm not going to paint anything today. And I'm not cooking anything either. That's unfortunate. So that means I'm not going to do anything to you today.
Really? You'll leave me alone?
Well, I am going to take pictures of you. Rest assured, I'm a very talented photographer.
Huh? What are you going to do?
There's no way I was going to leave you alone, you idiot. Now run around this painting once and scream at the top of your lungs. Got it?
No, I can't.
Huh? The hell did you just say to me? So you want me to bully you even harder?
No! He placed the easel I was painting on in the center of the room. He told me to run around it once, but I was too embarrassed to do it. But I couldn't refuse, so I have no choice but to listen to his orders. And the worst part about it was that Mikio was taking a video of the whole ordeal. I got sick from embarrassment. At this point, my mind went completely blank, and so I stopped going to school. My mom was understanding and didn't force me to go to school.
Anna, I'm not sure what happened, but I'm always here for you. If you need anything from me, just ask. I'll do my best to help you out. All right, I gotta head to work.
Okay, bye, Mom. I couldn't bring myself to tell Mom about Mikio's bullying. If she found out that I was getting bullied, she would definitely be saddened. I was at an all-time low at this point in my life. I even thought about quitting school altogether. And that night, I sobbed my eyes out. I didn't want to betray my mom by quitting school, not when she's done so much for me. But that didn't mean I had the courage to go to school. And about a week after I stopped going to school, someone came to visit me. Who is it? Is it a delivery? I opened the door slowly, but then I saw Mikio standing in the doorway. I tried to close the door on him, but he managed to slide his foot in, and there I was, stuck at home with him.
Hey, little hyena! What the hell do you think you're doing? You can't be skipping school. It's boring without you. I gotta have someone to entertain me.
Leave!
Oh, come on! I came to visit you. You shouldn't tell your guests to leave, you know. It's rude. And I told you, I'm gonna bully the hell out of you. There's no way I'm gonna let you run from me. Here, I brought something for you today. Look!
On his tablet, I saw that the video Mikio took of me last week had been uploaded onto YouTube.
This is a great video, don't you think? It's a masterpiece if you ask me. My best work yet!
I was appalled. It felt like the end of the world for me. I couldn't live knowing that the video was out there for anyone to see. Tears started flowing out of my eyes. Seeing my tears, Mikio looked satisfied. After laughing at me for a while, he walked out of the door and left the house. And that was the final straw. From that day, I stopped going out of my room.
Anna, what's wrong? Why won't you come out? You must be hungry. Come out and tell me what happened.
I had lost the energy to talk, even to my mom. From that day onward, Mikio came to my house every day. Every time I heard the doorbell ring, my body started shaking. But one weekend, the doorbell rang again, and I was struck with a strong sense of fear and embarrassment. Oh, come on, leave me alone!
Anna, one of your friends is here. He seems a bit intense, but he says he wants to see you.
That was when I felt something burst inside of me. You don't understand, Mom. I'm telling you that I don't want to see anyone, but you're forcing me to. Why are you doing this to me? You don't understand anything about me. When I was screaming at my mother, I heard a voice on the other side of the door.
Hey, Anna! You're in there, aren't you?
Huh? That doesn't sound like Mikio. And he's already inside the house? I opened the door slowly. Then I saw...
Anna! How's it going?
Takaya? Why are you here?
Well, I saw you in that video, and I was shocked, so I looked into it.
Looked into it?
Yeah, the guy that uploaded that video is called Mikio, right? What an asshole! And I was worried that you might be feeling down, so I came to visit you.
Thank you. But why?
Well, I haven't told anyone about this, but when I was in elementary school, my parents were always fighting. I had no one to rely on, So life was really hard for me back then. So when I saw you getting made fun of, I had to step in. I felt like I had to protect you, you know?
Takaya!
And I saw that you were reading books all the time, so I started reading too. I had a lot of fun talking to you about the books we've read, you know? And remember how we used to read books at the park after school? Good times.
Yeah!
You made my life so much better. I was able to get through tough times because of you. My parents ended up getting divorced, and I moved into an apartment in a different city with my mom. But that's when I started breaking bad. I was even in a gang at one point. I stopped going to school. I wasn't working either. Mom was always worried about me, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I heard that you might be in trouble, and the only thing I know how to do is to come and save you, so...
Takaya, thank you! I'm so happy you're here.
So, did you tell your teacher about what's been happening?
Yeah, but he says he can't help because I don't have any evidence of the bullying.
What the hell? This video's more than enough evidence! But everything's gonna be alright, Anna. I'm gonna protect you from now on. Let me repay you for what you've done for me.
And so Takaya started visiting me every day, and I felt my soul gradually healing. And for some reason, Mikio stopped visiting me around that time. I guess it's because the people in Takaya's gang have been outside defending the house all day.
Anna, you're free to go to school now.
What do you mean?
Mikio won't dare to lay a finger on you anymore, because he knows he'll regret it if he does.
Takaya, thank you so much, but I need more time. No one's at school. Help me. So I'm still scared.
It's alright. Take your time.
Can you visit me again tomorrow?
Of course. I told you. I'm gonna do everything it takes to make you feel better.
And while we were hanging out, he did many things to cheer me up. But a few days after Takaya told me that it was fine to go to school, I finally conjured up the courage to go back. But there was one thing I wanted to do before I went back. That day, Takaya came to visit me like always. Come in.
What's going on? You seem a bit nervous today.
And when Takaya entered the living room, the sound of crackers popping filled the room. Takaya, happy birthday!
Huh? My birthday? How did you...
I'm pretty good at memorizing things, so...
Oh, wow. This is amazing. Thank you so much, both of you. I can't remember the last time someone celebrated my birthday for me.
Anna insisted on celebrating, so I helped out a little. But I can't thank you enough for everything you've done.
No, please. I was only trying to repay Anna for what she did for me back in grade school.
I'm so glad that you didn't move out of this town. I was hoping that you're still living here. Oh, I see.
And this is a bit unrelated, but I think this should be the last time we see each other.
My mom and I were both shocked to hear those words come out of Takaya's mouth. Why's that?
You guys are great friends, right? Why not keep it that way?
Well, right now, I'm just a juvenile delinquent, so I don't deserve to hang out with Anna. But one day, I'm gonna set myself straight. And I want to reunite with Anna as an honest and hardworking man. And then keep on protecting her for the rest of my life.
Takaya.
You're a good man, Takaya. I can't wait for that day to come.
Alright, Anna. Don't give in to anyone until I come and get you.
And so I started going to school again to fulfill my promise with Takaya. Full of courage and excitement, opened the door to my classroom. And when I walked in, everyone started apologizing to me.
I'm so sorry we didn't help you. Mikio is crazy, so please forgive us. Don't kill us.
Everyone was terrified of me. I asked one of my classmates what had happened, and she told me that Takaya and his gang members hung Mikio up onto one of the trees in the schoolyard.
Hey! You better tell us everything you've done to Anna!
I'm sorry. I uploaded the video onto YouTube. I didn't do all the things that you see her doing in the video. I was the one bullying her. I'm so sorry.
After that, Takaya started collecting all the evidence of Mikio's bullying and brought it to the principal.
If I upload this on the internet, your school's reputation will burn to the ground!
And threatened him to take action. So I immediately had a meeting with Mikio and his parents and expelled him. I was shocked to find out that Takaya had been working very hard to protect me. I want to meet him again so badly. But that's when Takaya came to pick me up from school.
I was worried that you'd be crying at school again, but you seem to be fine. This is the last time we're gonna see each other. For real this time.
Takaya, thank you.
Also, I wanted to tell you something.
What is it?
you probably already know this, but I love you. And I want to protect you for the rest of my life. But I want you to wait until I can say confidently that I deserve to be your boyfriend.
Kaya, I love you too. But don't make me wait for too long. But because I get nervous when I'm alone.
It's alright. I'll try to come back as soon as possible. How does that sound?
Okay, it's a promise then. And just like that, we shared how we felt about each other and promised to meet again. And so Takaya got to work. He quit his gang and decided to start going to high school a year later than everyone else. He studied very hard and managed to get accepted into a private high school. Though we didn't see each other in person, we still kept in contact and we called each other to celebrate his acceptance.
I really want to go to college and become a teacher, but there's no way a former gang member can land a spot in college.
You don't know that. You have to try. I'm rooting for you.
You're right. Oh yeah, I heard you got an award for one of your oil paintings. That's incredible! I'm gonna do my best too, Anna!
After a brief hiatus, I started painting again. And now I'm studying hard to go to art school. And we always talk about achieving our dreams before we reunite. Oh yeah, and by the way, when I told my mom about how Mikio had been bullying me, my mom was furious. She insisted that what he did was a crime. So after Mikio got expelled, she visited him in his home and told him and his family that she was going to sue them after gathering all the evidence of his bullying. Mikio ended up going to a juvenile detention center, and his family moved out of town as well. I haven't told Takaya about that though. I want him to forget about Mikio and work hard to achieve his dreams, and I want to do the same as well.